Hey YouTube, I'm back, and this is not even a midweek one, this is the beginning of week one. Anybody who knows that screen will know what it's from. I'm not going to say anything yet. Yeah, so it's pickups. So I'm even drinking on the school night, fuck me. Bit of a story behind this, excuse me, and as a few other people have mentioned, or asked me and inquired, I should say. Obviously, yesterday, the pickup video, Sunday, the phone was going like fucking nuts. And then I was like, oh, what did you get? What did you get? So essentially, this is half of what I was expecting to get. It's two lots, but basically this is the half that I knew I was going to get. The other half didn't pan out, unfortunately. So, yeah, and I'm not sure about the light. I think the screen's going to have too much light, so I'm in the shadows here. So I'll record it, I'll see how it goes. You may not even see this. Right, as always with me, there's a bit of a story with this, right? So, not Sunday, it's just gone. Sunday before that, there's a couple there, oldish couple. Just, as I normally do, just inquired, have you got any old computer, video games, whatever, etc. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. That's a lie. Because I saw there was a bag. I saw there's a bag, and I think, did I mention this on Sunday? Fuck, I can't remember. Get confused. Anyway, I saw there's a bag, and in the bag I've seen a particular game in a particular box. So I was straight over and I was like, oh, I'd look in there and said, oh, you don't happen to have the system, do you? And she looked at her husband, and she went, I bloody told you should have bought it. So anyway, like I say, this is like a couple of weeks back. So she had a rant and rave. I took their numbers anyway, and I just basically said, look, yeah, I'll be interested at this particular price that we agreed. And the worst thing ever, phoned them up later on after the car boot. They were sort of saying a particular price, and I was a little bit like, I don't know, it's a bit high. And like I did with the Saturn, I slept on it, contacted them back on the Monday, and you know what the bastards went and fucking done? Like every other motherfucker does, and I should have known better. Right, I've been on eBay, and it's worth fucking $10,000. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. I was like, okay, fine. And I just sort of, well, I picked the voicemail up of that actually. I didn't actually speak to the lady, the wife. And I just texted the guy back and just sort of said, look, I'm a bit disappointed because I thought we agreed a price, even at the higher level. You know, I would have thought it was still negotiable, etc. And that was it. I thought that we were done. I thought that was it. So on a Sunday, just gone. Similar sort of thing. It hasn't panned out yet. It might do, I don't know, so I'm not going to reveal too much. But essentially, similar sort of thing. So when the phone rang, I thought it was that. So it obviously rang to cut it off twice. So the first time I thought it was the deal that well, not the deal, but the person I spoke to before. Transpires it wasn't. It was the people from last week who all of a sudden realised that eBay isn't all it's cracked up to be. You can't just go on there and go click, 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 sell it, and it's a lot more convoluted and it's a lot more of a fucking ball ache than people make out. Thank fuck for that. So yeah, they basically sort of said it's open to the original price that we sort of said, and I was kind of a little bit, yeah, okay, yeah, I can live with that. At this point, I didn't know anything. All I knew that there was a certain system and a certain number of games, partly the ones I'd seen at the car boot. It's a system that I don't own, by the way. So, I was a little bit cheeky actually, because I asked the missus to sort of take me there, because I had a couple of cans, as I do on a Sunday. And I thought, fuck it, because they've messed me about. I said, look, can you meet me halfway? Which, to be fair, they agreed to do, which is you know, hands down, nice of them to have done that. At least they could have done anyway, to piss me about. And he was apologetic when we met. So we meet in a pub car park, like really dodgy. Look at the stuff. It's kind of what he sort of said. He mentioned there was a big box. It wasn't that big a box of games, trust me. You'll see them anyway. So I managed to get like about 10 quid off, give or take. So still a pretty good deal actually, to be fair. I actually thought this might have had some gameplay on it, but it's not. So you're going to have to put up with this with Turrican playing in the background, which is not a bad thing because the music's absolutely awesome. And I'm waffling. So, yeah, got 10 quid off of what they asked for, the bulk price. I have the actually I have the Mark 1, I suppose you could call it, of this console that's now playing. Console, computer, probably computer. Funny enough, I spoke to my mate John, and when we were younger, he had everything I had, literally next to fuck all. So John was the go-to guy for this system, hands down, no doubt about it. And weirdly enough, I texted him yesterday about it, and he texted me tonight, so I said, "How are you getting on with it?" And I just sort of said, I hadn't even had a chance to power it up. That's another story I'll come to in a minute. And he sort of said about a certain character. So when we were younger, I'm going completely off trail here, aren't I? I shouldn't even fucking tell you what it is, or what they are, should I say. So excuse the fucking waffly bullshit. Right. It's been a long day at work, and I've had a right mare getting this working. This is why it's getting a bit late now. So essentially, for 60 quid, I've picked up an Amiga 1200. Yeah. I don't know if it's got a hard drive in it. I know some of the 1200s come with hard drives, and I know some of the 600s come with hard drive. I don't know yet, because literally I've just got the fucking thing working. But not only that, so there's that one running there, I also got a second one. Now this one powers on, but I just get like half a white screen, so I don't know. I've not even had a chance to look. If anyone knows straight off the bat what the problem with it is, it powers up. The sort of floppy drive line, I know it like, does that clunking clicking sound when it's sort of loading up to the workbench or whatever. It doesn't do that. It just goes like half the screen literally splits and it's white. So I don't know what it is. Equally, as well, while I'm at it, this is running on RF, which is obviously shit, but it still looks fucking awesome, I must admit. I plugged in the composite, and it's just going to be a black and white picture. So I'm guessing it's because the TV's running at 60 Hz PAL, perhaps. I don't know. Any questions, any answers, stick them down below, because it saves me pissing about with it anyway. So, right. 2 Amiga 1200s, 60 quid, 1 power supply that worked, then started fucking whistling when I went, because I plugged this one in first, I had the white screen, for fuck's sake, right bollocks to it, get the other one, because I wanted to get this video made. So the power supply started fucking whistling, did a whistling noise. Put that down there. And funnily enough, this is like the sort of 1200 version, which is it's really light. What's running on this one is my 500, my Amiga 500 power supply, which weighs a fucking ton. So I'm tempted just to crack this bad boy open, not obviously now, but at some point, and have a look inside. But if anyone knows any Amiga nuts, Retro Dave Nintendo, I'm not sure how up you are on your Amigas. But yeah, if anyone knows, it's like a whistling sound. I quickly googled it in case it was something, and someone sort of said the capacitors might have blown, which is probably not surprising considering it's been in storage for God knows how long. But it was working. It was working initially, so I can't knock the guy for that, because he did sort of say he tested it and it was working, and technically it was, but now it's not. I told you I've had a fucking nightmare with this lot. Okay, so what did it come with? We've got another floppy drive. I've got one of these with a 500. So technically I've got two drives. Quite useful actually for the multi-disc games, I must admit. We got a speed mouse. Now, I've been in IT for like pushing 20 years. This is a ball-based mouse. I don't understand why it's so much faster. It's full of shit. But yeah, it's a speed mouse. Oh, it was boxed actually, to be fair to the chap. I've took some of the shitty tape off it and all that. It's a little bit beaten up, but it's a boxed, technically 1200. Yeah. It's not bad. I mean, given its age, it's not bad, Nick. So, it's boxed. Shit. They made a big deal out of this, I don't know why, but it comes with an action pad. Yeah, I prefer the old quick shot. I'm sure I've got some quick shots knocking about. Load of gumph, paperwork, manuals, Wordsworth, 1200 user guide, workbench, Amiga Next Steps, 1200 inside guide series. So yeah, quite nice actually. These ones, they've got like little plastic films on them. It's amazing what some people think is really collectible. Because he goes, oh yeah, I've got these as well. I've got these. And I remember my mate John, that I referred to before. We used to get these from a certain character, and I'll speak more about that in a minute. But he had all these print-offs. This is all the cheats from the old public domain cheats. Like fuck you. I don't know why he thought that was a really good selling point, but anyway. And there were some games, not as much as I thought. To be honest, I was a little bit like when she was sort of initially when she sort of said about, oh now we've checked on eBay and they're worth fucking £10,000. I thought there'd be some right crackers in there like Moonstone, Box Moonstone. No, it's not. Old Turrican is worth a bit, I must admit. Right, so I've got the obligatory. I'll put these in the box myself. These aren't actually copies. Well, they are copies, but they're not. They're copies of the games he's already got. So he's just made backup copies, which is what he was referring to with that floppy drive. Second one, we can do backups. Yeah, I'm not really that fussed about doing backups. There are some original ones in there, which I was a little bit pissed off because I'm an RPG guy, obviously, as you probably all know. I'll just quickly. So there were some really good games in here, but disc only. So I'm a bit like fucking Retro Dave Nintendo when they had Beneath a Steel Sky. That would have been awesome to have had that. But so what I've got is a Hero's Quest, all the discs, but you know, sadly, no box instructions. Conquest of Camelot, again, same sort of thing. Search for Holy Grail. Just wish her in the fucking boxes. Load of Dungeons and Dragons. Champions of Krynn. I remember having a poster of this up on my wall. It was an awesome poster. This is a brilliant game. Absolutely, I must admit, brilliant game. Eye of the Beholder. I mean, after Dungeon Master, that was the next step up from Dungeon Master. Dungeon Master was the sort of the charge, if you like, and that just pushed it beyond. This one This one sounds familiar, but I don't ever remember playing it. Legend of Fairgale. Again, all discs, but no box of manuals. Another AD&D, Secret of the Silver Blades. Mega Traveller 2, Quest for the Ancients. Again, all the discs. And Mega Traveller 1, the Zodani Conspiracy. So out of that box set, I mean, the majority of what's in that box is just copies of some of the original games he had. Just try and make some room here, guys. Fucking getting crushed by fucking video games. So again, he did have one box actually. This has got quite a lot of originals in it. I'll read them. Is it worth saying? Supremacy, more AD&D, Death Knights of Krynn. I'm just looking for some standout ones. Dunes in here. Return of the Jedi. This one I was happy to see. Bard's Tale 2. And this one. Draken. But I mean, if these were in the boxes and that with the manuals, I'd be well chuffed. Civilizations here, that's not a really standout one. Railroad Tycoon. This one I don't know much about. Paladin. Or Paladin 2, should I say. The Fairy Tale Adventure. So he liked his RPGs, all pirates. I think that's a good one. Ishtar, Legends of the Fortress. No real arcade games. this won Oscar. I did fire Oscar up, but there was no actual gameplay. I don't know what. There's no intro. It's like all the Amiga games just sort of sit there. This one, I don't know anything about. How Bent, SimCity, Cult. I mean, music's superb, and Campaign. So, I'm not going to spend hopefully too long on them. One game that was in like a little baggy thing. Well, I had the manuals. I've sorted the discs out for it, so I've got all the discs for it, and it is Might and Magic 3, Isles of something or other, Isles of Terror. But I mean, less the box, it's absolutely complete. So anyone who knows anything about the Amiga, which got a map, that one, and a big clue book. So I mean, quite complete. But I don't know what they've done with the boxes. Well, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand people. Why'd you do this? Why did you throw boxes out? So there's all that garbo, and then there's all the games. Say all the games. There's a fair few box games, okay? Nothing, well, I don't know, there might be some gems in here that people might recognise. So, you've seen Turrican, it's boxed and complete. To be fair, all these games are, the games that I've got are boxed and complete. R-Type, budget label. Really glad to get this one actually. Shadow of the Beast 2. At some point someone wanted 10 quid for that. Captive. Look at the price. I've noticed this on a few of the games, the pricing. Look, $15.99. What? Who does $15.99? Only back in the day could you do $15.99. Who 16 quid or 15 quid or... God, weren't it? Striker. This looks like a really early release. Star Glider. There's one game here I'll keep towards the end because it's one of my favourites and I've actually already got it. And a few of you that have watched my videos probably before in the past would know why. This one, don't know anything about it, never seen it. It's Crystal. This one I'm really chuffed to get actually. I should have put one of these on perhaps. Max by US Gold, and that contains Turrican 2, ST Dragon or Saint Dragon, Night Shift, and Swiv. But I thought Turrican might have had some gameplay, so that's why. This one looks like a really sort of late release, specifically for 1200, and it's called Guardian. That's all in there. Another Hit Squad release, Platinum Edition of June 2, Battle for Arcanus. This, when I seen this one, I said to the missus, I remember like I'd seen this in Amiga Action. Some of the screenshots. I'm not sure if my mate John had this, I don't know. It's Alvira or Alvira. Look at the Nellies on that. That's all we wanted it for. Look at the Nellies. Get the Nellies on the go. I don't think he had it. I can't remember. I don't think he managed to pick it up. This is a good find. This is a nice one to have. Frontier 2 Elite. Frontier Elite. Or Frontier 2 Elite. Can't remember. And I didn't know this, but it's actually by Konami as well. Look. This is the fucking. This is like a brick. A320 Airbus. He wants to fucking fly a plane. I mean, the ridiculous manuals in that. This is one of the games that I've seen at the car boot in the bag. Again, a weird pricing. It's Zool. 1 meg only versions, but look. £25.99. I mean, one that's just 25 quid. Again, another weird pricing. Jurassic Park. £25.99. The only, well, I'm guessing from this lot, the only one that's specifically designed for 1200 is Trolls. I remember the Trolls. So yeah. I'm not sure if I should say this, but I remember my brother and his mate used to go stealing Trolls out of Clinton cards and selling them when people used to go mad for them. Completely illegal, but I thought I must mention that anyway. Right, and the last game that I was really happy to get. Oh, actually no, a random thing I found in the box, the big box of games. And I've got a message in just in case. But I've got an empty box with a manual. The box is a little bit beaten, to be fair. Ship Fighter on the links. It's got the manual and everything now. So I might have to message to sort of say, oh, have you got any more? I'm just checking because I've got that much shit now. It's ridiculous in this tiny little room. So the game that I was quite happy to see, but I've already got it and I've got it complete. I don't think this is complete actually. Let me just check. No, it's not. It's not actually complete. See, mine's complete. Right. But again, it was nice to see it. It's Indiana Jones Last Crusade, the adventure, the graphic adventure. Probably my all-time favourite game. On the 16-bit. I just love this game. I fell in love with it. What it's missing is the actual Grail Diary. So I've got this. I've got it complete. This is like I say. If you haven't played this, it's absolutely fucking awesome. I love it. So I mean, I don't know if anyone's interested in any of these sort of games. There's a few I'm going to keep, but make me an offer. It's got this sort of all the discs, the protection, and I'm pretty sure I haven't looked at this. This is I'm convinced this is from Amiga Action. This is one of the guides that they had. No, it's not from Amiga Action. It looks. Where is this from? He loves his cheats. Look, I think this might be Amiga format. It looks like Amiga format. But yeah, Indiana Jones. Look. There's got some more ones here. He loves the cheats. Shadow the Beast 2, yada yada yada, and then the last bit of indie there. So, it's paper, it's still in. What's that got to be like 15, 20 years old? So, yeah, I now own 2 Amiga 1200s. I've got to get the other one working. So, anybody knows. Probably more than I do. Anything about the Amiga 1200 in terms of it powered up and having half a white screen, let me know. If anyone's interested in any of them games, let me know. I need to sort of think through what I want to keep. There's a few that I'm not that fussed about. Obviously Turrican and stuff I probably want to keep. But yeah, drop me a PM. Don't put messages down there because like I said before in the previous video, I just don't like dealing in that way, so just PM me, guys. It's no great shakes. That's it. Yeah, I don't know if the other deal's going to come off or not. I don't know how dark this is going to come out either. I forgot to mention, I did have a little story, didn't I, about my mate John. So when we were younger, when we were kids, right, he was the go-to guy for the Amiga. He had the Amiga 500. He had everything to do with it, whole extra disk drives, a lot, and. He's not going to mind me saying this anyway, but there was like a computer club at our school in the Howden Science Lab, and we went there one time, me, him and his dad, because I went everywhere with John, basically, and we met this guy. Like he was the same age as his dad, I think, but he's really into his Amiga. His name was Roy, and what transpired was that Roy had contacts in the Amiga world. And he obviously used to get all the copied games. But John at this point had quite a substantial collection of Amiga games, all boxed, all complete, like we've just seen there. And Roy was in his element. So what he would do, he would trade, I don't know if John... I know John watches, but I don't think John's got an account, so he can't comment. I'm sure it's like five or six copied discs for one original. So as kids, it was like, fucking hell, we've got all these games. Yeah, well, we've got all these games. John had all these games. And he sort of traded off, if you like, all his box complete games that his dad would buy him, etc., for all these copy games. And then it got to the point where he'd ran out of all the box complete ones, and Roy would sell him, I think, like a copied disc was like 90p or I don't know what it was, something silly. It was a lot. It was enough money, but it wasn't anywhere near what you'd pay. So it used to be a case of like we'd read Amiga Action, see all the new games that come out, and I'd sort of badger John, phone Roy, phone him up, see who's got this game, see who's got that game. And yeah, it was the best of times. It really was awesome. I mean, the Amiga has so much memories for me. I mean, outside of the arcade, this system, you know, not the 1200, because we never. After the 500, it tailed off. I think his mate Ian got a 600, which he was really chuffed about. But by that time, I think it had moved on. We'd gone to sort of like SNES, Mega Drive, and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, the Amiga holds so many memories. You know, awesome machine. Really, really was. So, yeah, it's definitely over. Take it easy, YouTube, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.